So about 2 weeks ago, I tested the Nurzviy SolarEpoch 200 watt solar panel. Today, we're doing it a little bit in reverse. We're testing out the 100 watt SolarEpoch folding solar panel. Let's check it out. All right, folks, welcome back. Now, if you remember from my previous test with the 200 watt panel, I absolutely loved the fact that it was so compatible. There are tons of different options for putting this together for your solar generator or power station, however you want to call it. Tons of different connectors on it, easy to use, easy to put together, and it will pretty much fit almost anything on the market right now. So this is a 100 watt solar panel. It includes a 3-meter MC4 connection cable, a 1-meter adapter cable, so that's compatible with the DC7909 Anderson and XT60 connectors. It is FCC ROHS certified, and it's got a very high performance rating of 22.6. You've got monocrystalline solar cells, and the fact that it's foldable like this, and yet pretty darn big, when we open it up outside, you'll see how large this is really convenient, very easy to carry. So it's a foldable panel, of course. It's 21.3 inches by 15.7 inches with a 2.5 inch thickness. Very easy to carry, very convenient folding handle. I'm going to open it up and show you. Hopefully you can see that there's a little middle insert in here. See? So while it is kind of a compact panel, it does fold out to be quite large. And it does have the snaps and the magnetic closure on it. So you're all set for carrying this in a vehicle or maybe with your bug out gear or even in a bug out location where you can put this away when you don't need it, okay? It does have very nice ETFE coating. It resists scratches and water splashes. Again, it's not waterproof, but it does have a very robust IP67 water resistant rating. So it really is perfect for the outdoors. And when you want to stick it outside and you need to charge up your power stations, this would have no problem working in the rain whatsoever. So what I'd like to do is put it outside. Now, when we did the 200 watt panel, if you remember, it was kind of a cloudy day, and it was still pulling in about 120, 130 watts. Really not bad. We also, I didn't know that day, but we also had smoke from a fire over a nearby area coming in over us. So not only do we have clouds, but we had the smoke cover over the sun. So it was still doing pretty darn good. Now, remember, your actual wattage output on these depends on sunlight conditions, and we did learn that with the previous one. So you definitely want to make sure that you're in optimum sunlight. And again, I use this tool from EcoFlow. This thing is awesome. You just simply clip it on the top of the panel, and there's a little black dot on the cover. When that black dot is in the plus there in the middle, you know you have absolute optimum sunlight. In other words, it's the perfect angle and the perfect length and width to get most sun out of it. So we definitely want to try this thing out. We want to get it outside. I want to show you the connectors really quick. When you open this up, and it does have a nice waterproof zipper. I don't know if you're familiar with these types of zippers. Let me pull it up here so you can see. So there's no leakage area along here. You get a nice smooth zip and unzip, but there's no way it can get soaking wet in there. It is rubberized and waterproofed. Okay, so another nice thing about this is with the extension cord, you do have a decent amount of distance away from it, so you can put your power station far enough away so you're not sitting soaking in the sunlight with the power station getting it too hot. So the main connector off here is the MC4 connectors. Now, if your power station has some kind of weird proprietary plug, almost always they come with an MC4 adapter. So you can pretty much be sure it's going to fit there. This is your other end of things here. Of course, you plug your MC4 into that, and you come off of it with 3 different adapters, okay? So this is more for your EcoFlow power stations. This would be for like your Jackeries and stuff like that. It's the 5.5 millimeter barrel connector. And of course, your good old standard Anderson connectors there. Good old standby, definitely cool little addition. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this up outside. I'm going to give you a look at it, see what it looks like outside. And then I have a couple of power stations we're going to test this on. I want to see about how much sunlight I'm able to pull in with this. Now, again, it's not the perfect day outside, but there's certainly a lot of sun out there. So we'll be able to get a little bit better reading on this and see how well it's doing. So let me go set it up outside, and let's take a look at it. Okay, so here's the setup. I do have it in perfect sun. I'm going to try to get you as close as I can to that little adjuster there, because I don't want to cover it up with my body when we're doing it. So you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see the black dot centered in the center there. There's a black dot on the screen, and then there's a black dot centered reflecting in, and that's right in the center. So we are in perfect setup. Now, as far as my power stations go, let me back up a little here. We've got a Bullbat 800 watt power station, and of course the EcoFlow smaller power station. Just testing around, fooling around, I'm finding they're pulling in about the same amount of watts, so we know it's fairly accurate. We're going to get down a little bit lower, and I'm going to show you what these guys can pull in. So you're starting to see it climb up. We're at about 67, which is adequate for a 100 watt panel. Remember, the efficiency on panels goes down a little bit. You're not going to ever be 100 watts here. You might be 80, 90 on a perfect day, but that's pretty darn good. So we are getting about 10 minutes till it's fully charged. 67 watts in, where we were at 96% on here. I had to run this one down a little bit because I had it at 100. Now we're going to try the Bullbat, and that's the 700 watt power station. That's the one I actually use for running my lights in my studio. So we're going to switch it over and change it over. Sorry if it's a little bit jiggly here. I have this on a very sketchy little short tripod. I'm afraid it's going to fall forward. Let's move it over to the other one and see what we can get in with that. All right, so as you can tell, this one uses a smaller barrel connector, or the Anderson ports, so we're covered on this one too with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Anderson connector, just plug it in there. You will see this thing bounce around like it's at 50, 30, 20, 50. There we go, up to 67, 68, 69, and we're going to hit 70, 70, 71. You can kind of hear the fan in the background there. I hope you can see it. I think you can, because it looks like I can see it through my monitor. Again, I'm on one of these little cheapy Amazon Basics tripod because I keep it lower for shots like this. So if I grab the camera really quick, you'll understand why. So being that we need this guy more charged up than the EcoFlow, because I actually need to charge this because it was at 66%, I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to let it run for a little bit. And we're going to see how much higher we can get it. But this one does not have the same charge control as the EcoFlow. EcoFlow charges much faster. So we're going to leave this one here and let it sit, charge up a little bit, and see how far we can get it. So while we're waiting for that to charge up, I did want to give you a quick look at the back of this. This is your back area. And I don't have it perfect. It's a little pushed in there, but it's fine. It's still in perfect sunlight. Get a little look at the back of it. So you see it really doesn't take up too much real estate, and it really does pull in close to its perfect, 100 watts. I was getting 82 when I checked last. I'm going to take a quick walk over there and see what I'm getting. You go over this way to the power station, and I'm seeing absolutely nothing because it's sunny. I'm seeing 87 watts, I believe. So it's doing just fine. So I'm really pleased with this panel so far. We're going to let it run a little bit longer. I'll finish it up, and then I'll tell you about the discount code that I have for it and the price on it. All in all, I got to say this is probably one of the better panels I've tried because it's so economical, and now with a discount code on it, you're going to save more money, but it's compatible with everything. So if you are kind of questioning whether it's going to fit or not, you can practically connect anything. And if you have a different kind of adapter for a barrel connector, Amazon sells a ton of different type of connectors that will fit the smaller, where is it there? There it is, the 5.5 millimeter connector, and give you perfect power. So let's let it run a little bit longer and see how we're doing. So before we finished up, I just wanted to show you, it's kind of settled around 71 watts. We're already up a percentage. We were 66, we're 77. I mean, we were 66, now we're 67. And gotta say, it's doing its job. Very impressive. Very portable, compatible, nice little solar panel. Getting in the watts for me there. There you go. Hope you can see that. Sorry if I moved the mic away too far. That's happened a few times. So, all in all, definitely a cool deal. So, now we're going to let it finish. Put it up a few more percentages. We'll bring you inside. I'll tell you about the code and where you can pick one of these cool little panels up. All right, it has been 25 minutes. Okay, I decided to bring it in. We started at 66%. We are now at 73%. Just in case you can't see that, there you go. So all in all, I got to say it did its job, and quite well. This does not have the MPPT charge controller in it, the faster charge controller, whereas the EcoFlow does. The EcoFlow said it would have been ready in 10 minutes. This is just a regular charge controller. However, I do use this for my lighting out here because it's just a nice, convenient size. It's small, and it fits right in there. If you guys are interested, it's Bullbat. That's the name of the company. If you look at my videos, if you search on my video page, you'll find the review I did on it. But yeah, 73% from 66 in 25 minutes with a 100-watt panel. You really can't beat that. So I'm pretty impressed with it. Let me give you info on the discount code. All right, so I have a 10% discount code here. It's Iridium 10, IRIDIUM, and the number 10. I will put it down below so you can copy and paste it. It is normally $159. You're going to get a 10% discount code on that. So you're going to save some good money on a very compatible, pretty darn decent solar panel. I gotta say, you know, I've tried a lot of 100-watt panels, and the best they've done is 50 or 60. This was 70s and 80s the whole way through. Again, I have that tool from EcoFlow, that little aligner there that works very, very well. But still, I mean, you can put this outside of your camper van, your bug out location, during an emergency, your backyard. I mean, if you live in an apartment, you can even hang that up in a window. So it'll definitely give you the power you need. It is backed by a 2-year warranty and 24/7 customer support. So if you have any issues with it, you just call them up. Now, I did tell you that folded, it's 21 by 15 by 2.5 inches. But open, the whole thing is 93.3 by 21.3 inches, okay? So it's not gigantic, but it definitely has the power to pull in the rated wattage, and I'm very impressed with it. And again, it's a 22.6% efficiency. So let's talk a little bit about specs. Of course, it's a 100-watt panel, ETFE coated. Your power voltage is going to be 19.8, so it can charge all of your larger power stations that require 18 and above. Okay, open circuit voltage, 23.5. Power current is 5.05 amps. Short circuit is going to be 5.33 amps. Your cell type is a monocrystalline silicon solar, and the cell efficiency, like we've said before, 22.6. For a solar panel, that may seem kind of low to those of you who don't know solar, but that's actually very, very good. The highest I've ever seen one was 25, so some of them may be a lot more expensive and a lot more efficient, but for what you're going to do with this, awesome. I do like the fact that it's very thick. This is a nice thick backing on it, you know. This doesn't feel like it's going to get wet and get soft or anything. There's like a silicone plastic coating on it. So it's definitely a nice thick unit. I definitely like it, and I will be keeping this one and using it for when I want to charge up my power stations. As we saw, in 25 minutes, we went from 66% to 77% in a non-optimized power station. It's just sucking in power. So, you know, it doesn't have the best charge controller in it. But all in all, got to say, pretty darn awesome. On my EcoFlow, it said 10 minutes till it was done, so I was definitely impressed with it. So that is the Nurzviy, I guess, SolarEpoch 100-watt folding solar panel. Now, this isn't going to be in my Amazon store. If you want it, you got to click the link I have down below, okay? And you use my code to save 10% on it. The 200-watt panel was extremely impressive, and this one definitely is too. So I think we got a new winner. They're not super expensive, and they do their job very, very well. For the amount of efficiency you're getting and the price point, can't beat it. So anyway, folks, the link for this will be down below. Below that will be my Amazon store. Don't forget to check that out. And don't forget to check out freeze-dried wholesalers. That link down below, you should bookmark it, because when you want to order from them, you can save 15% just for using my link. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. It's 15% off just to use that link. You're going to shop as you normally would. The prices will all look the same. When you get to your shopping cart at the end and everything's totaled up, you'll see my 15% discount. I think it says like Iridium 242 15% or something. And we do have some specials coming up soon from freeze-dried wholesalers, so make sure you bookmark that. Below that, our My Patriot supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com. Not only do we have food, we do have a bunch of food specials there this month, and I will be kind of highlighting them in another video. But not only that, but if you click the links of the food that we have there, and you look at it, and you keep going into the site, you will see all of My Patriot Supply survival gear and preparedness gear. Definitely good stuff, so check them out. That's preparewithiridium.com. And below that, lastly, another company that I trust with my freeze-dried food storage is Thrive Life. That link will be down below as well. Remember, you don't have to join anything to try Thrive Life out. You can order the stuff online. If you want to become a delivery customer, which means you got a set delivery every month, or you want to become a consultant, which means you have the opportunity to make money off other people's purchases, you can do that as well, but you don't need to sign up for anything just to try it out. I thank you guys for joining me today. Stay safe and stay prepared.